Hello everyone, Warhammer here, and welcome to a new Let's Play series for the channel. Now, I know I said I was going to wait for the Chronosis faction unlocker to update with the new changes to the game, but I thought in the meantime I'm going to do another Let's Play series for Warhammer 2. But instead of playing with the Mortal Empires campaign, we're going to go to the Vortex, and actually play as one of the new lords, which hasn't apparently proved to be that popular, which is quite surprising really considering his backstory and the starting location. So as you can guess from the video title, we're going to be playing as Tiqtak'To, the Master of Sky. So we need to just pop over here to the new campaign, do the Eye of the Vortex, and pick Tiqtak'To, who's going to be leading the faction of Tlaqua. Now you can read a bit more about his stats here in case you haven't checked him out before. So he essentially has a new right that allows you to reset the campaign movement of all your armies and characters, which is going to be very useful for moving our armies around quickly. We have all our heroes who are skinks start with a pterodon mount. All our characters have extra line of sight, and pterodons have a new ability where they can drop a particular new bomb which slows down enemies. As for Tiqtak'To himself, he has reduced upkeep and extra melee attack for his entire army when he's in melee foreign territory. That is going to be extremely useful for when we are going to be on the offensive. We also start off with a unit of Colden Riders, the Skink Skirmishers, and Pterodon Riders with 5 each bows, and as of course we're going to be playing on hard difficulty. So with that, let's start the campaign and just watch the nice intro. I haven't seen this intro in ages. I want to remind myself what it's like. So I'm going to be shutting up now. I'll see you guys in just a sec.
Since the days of creation, the reptiles have dominated the jungle continent of Lustria. The ignorant call the creatures Lizardmen. The wise know them as defenders of the world. In ages past, the Old Ones had a plan. But then the stellar gates collapsed, the Old Ones fled, and demons flooded the mortal plane. Led by the Slan, the Lizardmen fought the demons that surged across Lustria. Yet, it was the elves that created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the world of chaos, withering demonkind. The world was saved, but the Vortex endures only because it is bolstered by the power of the Slan, via the Great Warding. If the warding should fail, the demons will return.
The forked tongue of Sotek hangs low in the sky. The Slan have felt it. Now I see it. Brighter, clearer. Its hiss disturbs the winds of magic. Yogg-Tagrax, the sacred plaques. One prophecy shines above all others. Vortex of the warm blood. But the full meaning cannot be deciphered. If our
I do love the intros for this game, I really do. Anyway, let's get our little intro out of the way first. So, the Masters of Skies senses a disturbance in the Great Vortex. In the wake of Sotek's forked tongue appearing in the sky, the fearless Tiktaq'To has been scrambled to fly across the world pond to reclaim the lost temple cities of the Southlands. Having observed the celestial event with concern, he now prepares to carry out his master's orders and concentrate his squadron's efforts on re-establishing the geomantic web in the Forsaken Land. And that actually loaded up extremely quickly compared to usual. Okay, that's weird. When I checked out the starting position in that, there was a bit of a difference. Sudenburg actually had those elven ruins and Death's Head's monoliths, but apparently they don't now. I wonder why that is. Is it because of the mods I'm using? Like, I am using a modded playthrough, not as extensive as the ones I was using for the Batonian campaign. Basically, it's just I'm mainly using closer to Tabletop Overhaul like I did before, and just a couple of sort of, quality of life improvements, so get rid of kernels, and increasing the amount of points you get per rank. That sort of thing. I do have Mixu's Legendary Lords in, as always, because I think they're just fantastic. So I wonder if that might have had any effect on it, maybe? I don't know. But I remember checking it out when I was waiting for the mods to update a week ago. And I remember you had Sudenburg own this this region and this region as well. And you had a Sudenburg army here that you were expected to fight with Tiktaq'To's army. Sort of one of those beginning battles to get you into the swing of things. But apparently we don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, well, we're all with it, sure. Okay, we'll click this. We've got Tlaqua, so you can hear about Tiktaq'To and Master of the Skies. We can now get the vulnerable Lord Croak that can be awakened and join our army. And, of course, the Geomantic Web and Blessed Spawnings. So we'll do that. Search any ruined settlement for treasure for an extra 506 plaques, okay. Need to upgrade one of our barracks. Capture a settlement belonging to... Yeah, so this should have actually been here and be an objective for us to go after. But if we're going to do it, we're going to have to go up into Sudenburg directly to complete that objective. We shall see, we shall see. In the meantime, though, we've been asked, it looks like, just to go and search any ruined settlements for treasure. So I might as well just head over to Death's Head Monolith and capture the port fairly early on. We do have plenty of cash, we can do this too, but is everything else the same? If we head to Tlaqua... Okay, yes, it is. Right. So my initial plan for this, we're going to spend some money to upgrade the spawn pools of the Braves, so this can unlock the technology we can start improving our skinks and give us access to the new red-crested skinks as well as a skink chief. So we're going to go for that, and I'm going to knock this down in the next turn. I don't particularly want it for the moment. I'd rather try and build it, because it's only a tier 3 settlement at the highest level. I could build it in Death's Head monoliths or statues of the gods, and it won't take up a more important higher tier slot. So what I'm thinking is to dismantle this and either go for the one for for Source Warriors, or take advantage of the fact that there are pastures here which will improve our growth rate. But before we do that, I do want to get my hands on at least a couple of pterodons. So if we just move Tiktaq'To over to here for the moment, and we're going to recruit 2 of these. We can't do any more anyway, just because we already recruited the maximum amount for our cap, which again is something I've put in because of the game. I just like that aspect to it. So yeah, we've got those next turn, and then we can dismantle the pterodon hatcheries later. Bit of a weird thing to choose to do, considering we're playing with Tiktaq'To, the Master of Skies, but I think it will work out better for us to have Source Warriors than Skinks. Now, are you guys willing to give me non-aggression? You guys are, at least. What about Kokgar? Are you willing? You are, good. What else we got? Zatlan, Bowman of Orion, we already got a non-aggression pact with. Doom Kingdoms, they may be a potential enemy in the future, so I'm not going to worry about that. Sudenburg, though, to be honest, I don't really feel the need to rush over there. So I'm just wondering, can we... No, we cannot. Okay. Never mind. We'll come back to them eventually. The reason being is that we've got a lot of territory down here we can actually try and conquer first of all. Especially if we can push forward along to here, because I believe Croc-Gar starts somewhere around here, if I remember right. It's been a little while since I played with him. I for some reason prefer to play as Mazamundi when it came to the... whatchamacallit, the Batonians, the Lizardmen. Oh, it's going to bug me. Lizardmen are one of my favourite factions on the tabletop. So I'm very happy to be playing as them at the moment. It's just trying to get out of the Batonian mindset after playing with them for so many turns. But anyway, we've done the diplomacy. We can't do any tech yet. We're going to recruit those 2 pterodons. In fact, we might as well go a little bit thing. We're going to go... Let's get another unit of skink cohorts, just for the moment. Might as well build up the army when we can. Let's do that. Alright, and we need to set up the camera. So, let me see. Last defenders, well, that's fine for me. Any allied factions, we'll just increase the animation quickly. Enemies, we'll make it fast. We'll keep it... Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll do the low for you guys. It's always handy to know where your enemies are, even if you don't really care that much. Cinematics, we'll just do for you guys so it goes fast quickly. And yeah, we'll do that just fine. There we go. That should speed up the turn phase a bit as well. I'm thinking for this series, I'm just going to stick to 30 minutes like I do for my other series, rather than do the hour one that I was doing with the Batonians. Because even though it's only 30 minutes, we should get a bit more done with the faster turn phase, end of turn wait. Ugh, you know what I mean, guys. We'll be able to get through a little bit faster rather than wait to the minute or 2 it was taken for the Batonians. So we have got our Pterodon Riders, we've picked up our Skinks, we can now knock this down and get some more extra cash. And you guys can start making your way towards the Death's Head's monoliths. I am going to search the ruins first of all, just so we can get that extra bit of cash from completing the objective. That's one more turn away from being done, and that one's going to be smashed up. Otherwise, I think that's really is everything that we need to worry about. Let me have a quick look. We will be wanting to work on our geomantic webs. I was hoping that they would actually update that, be a little bit better. It's not a mechanic I particularly... I like the idea of the mechanic. I just think it needs more of a boost in terms of like what it actually does. Just because, I mean, I've got these up to strength 5 with Mazamundi in the past, and I just don't find them that effective compared to some of the more unique upgrades that the other factions and cultures can get. Now, that's something I would like to try and do maybe in the future, is play as the Skaven. I really want to check out the Undercity mechanic that they brought in with the latest update. I just thought that it was very thematic. I thought it was a really good idea, and I would like to try it out myself. And of course, we have to keep an eye on it to make sure that it doesn't happen to us either. Okay, we've now done this. We can research the technology, liquidate lords. Okay, we can do all of that. Fine. Let's go and search the ruins first of all. Okay, that's not it. So, in order to do this one, basically you just need to find the one symbol that isn't featured anywhere else. So it has to have no partner. So, for example, these two are together, so that's 1, that one's got 1, that one's got 1, and that one's got 1. So it's basically this one. There we go, we succeeded, we've got a discipline, standard discipline, and extra 1,000 to play with. Cool. We'll give that to Tiktaq'To. There we go. And next turn then we can see about colonizing it and starting to expand. Okay, we're now with this slot. I really do want to get the underground lagoon so we can get our Source Warriors straight off the bat. But the extra growth would be quite useful for this as plus 30. That's actually quite a large number. So we're going to go for the pastures right now. And then we'll work on the rest of it later. Now for here, we're just going to research all of this. It's going to take 15 turns, but to give myself 20% extra ammunition, 10% missile damage, and then 10% weapon strength, and that will include the requested skinks, that would be quite useful. So we'll do that. We need to get ourselves a skink chief as well. We might as well take advantage of the skink chief just so we can actually get, well in fact, if we can get more than one, I could put one in with the army, because that would help increase our replenishment rate, if I remember it. I think that's the unique one for him, if you put him in the army as the replenishment. Again, it's been a while since I've played this without playing as the Batonians. Right, let's come in first of all and claim this. We're gonna go. It's gonna cost a bit of money, but we've done. We now need to take the whole province. Inspiring work, Master of Skies, but there's a further element to your task. Unify this province under our banner as the old ones willed it to be. And that 2,000 gold is nothing to sneer at. We'll spend a lot of money on this then. And let's come over here. In fact, we can do it here, can't we? What can we get as a Skink Chief? We can only get one. Okay, I might want to make sure he stays with the army then. Immune to Psychology and Charge Bonus 10. That's not too bad. Strider, extra speed. I'm going to go for the Weapon Master. 10 quack. And I tell you what, guys, I'm going to have this open, so any names that you want to see in the campaign, put them in the comments of the video, and I'll add them to a list, and then I'll see about adding them in as needed. I may have to just pick it randomly if there's a number of them, but I would like to at least have some variety in the names, and I don't mind if you guys share. Just try and make it a little bit authentic, if that makes sense. Like, I don't mind a bit of play on words, but just calling someone like, I don't know, douchebag is not going to be featuring on this video, I can tell you that now. Anyway, Tenquak, you can come over here and join up with these guys shortly. Is there any more units we can spend our money on? We've got a skirmishing line, we just really need a front line, so let's grab 3 of you guys for the moment. Let's really put our money down, because it costs quite much more than a skink cohort, but it will work. Okay, actually, yeah, we need to wait for that to be built up before we can actually get trade agreements. Is it worthwhile trying to get over to the Elven Ruins? May have to keep a look at that. Swedenborg's building up a nice big army. We're going to check out in my next turn phase their their diplomacy. So we can see if they're at war with anyone else, or is it just me? If it's just me, I'm going to have to be careful that we don't head too far away from the coast in case they sail down to attack. So let's have a quick look first while we remember. Swedenborg. Okay, so we're the only ones they're currently at war with. That's good to know. Are you willing to negotiate in peace? No. We're going to have to kill you, I think. Probably might be better to go after them first before we go after the orcs down here, which I would prefer to have done, first of all, just because we can get access to the plaques. Oh dear. Oh well. Alright, let's move you guys down here. We might as well, when they pop up to here, we'll make sure to get some more units recruited. Let's get 2 of you and 1 of you. That should do the job. Okay, 1 more turn and we can get that. Yeah, that should do. Alright, Tlaqua, let's have you join up now with them. That's going to increase our replenishment speed a little bit as well. Thank you. And we got a bit of extra plaques from that. Okay, end the turn again. Yeah, my plan for this campaign is to make it so we actually try and at least do the rituals. I mean, I know how the game works. I haven't actually completed a Vortex campaign, so I have to admit that. But I know exactly how it works. It doesn't matter who gets to the final one first, because you're always going to get involved in the final battle. So in a way, there's no real need to do this. We could just ignore the rituals completely and push forward into just capturing territory. But it kind of defeats the point, I think, of doing the Vortex campaign, perhaps, if you're not worrying about this mechanic. So I'm going to at least try and follow along with it as much as we can, but I'm not going to be too concerned about it. It's just, there's no need to be. Alright, let's send you guys over here. We could do with some extra gold, so let's just take the opportunity to search the ruins again. And we need to do this one, right. I like this. May the fates keep rolling them high, especially if you're making a ward save. That's referring to the fact that in the tabletop you had to roll, like, you may have a 4+ armor save, for example, so you need to roll 4, 5, or 6 to hit, you know, have the hits hit your armor rather than wound you. So anyway, for this one, we need to figure out what this one is. So whatever it is, it's here, so it's going to be this symbol, so we'll just choose that. An extra 1,000 and the Armor of Destiny. That is extremely good. It increases my physical resistance, gives me a ward save. So for non-magical attacks, we're going to have a plus 20% resistance to this. Oh, that's going to be handy. Congratulations, Tiktaq'To. You've picked up some nice shiny new armor. The armor of destiny indeed. Cool. Right, we now got a settlement upgrade. We could do it, but I want to try and save it up to get to level 2 so we can get the Holy Ziggurat and focus in on actually getting the Swords Warriors. But we can spend some money on this at least. And yeah, we'll just let that work. Then we'll skip that. Hopefully then as well, we can get access to some more cash in the next turn, because once we get the harbour built, we should be able to start trading with some of the other local Lizardmen factions. So we've got Slatland, we've got the Last Defenders. We hopefully should be able to start trading with them by coastal trading, which will be quite useful. In fact, who are you guys? Oh, there's leaf cutters down here, but I think that's Slatland. Yeah, right there. Oh, we picked up 500, so we now got the research. Attacker force belonging to the following faction: Vol's Expedition. Master, these warmbloods invade the Southlands. They're the children of the Old Ones. They have no intention of playing their part in the Great Plan. Slay them. So where are Val's Expedition? The fact that they're Val suggests to me that they are High Elves. This could be interesting. Alright, let's claim that back. There we go, got an extra 2,000 straight off the bat. Can now issue a commandment. Right, let's do that. How much is this going to cost? I mean, it's only extra 10. To be honest, that's not really going to speed that up all that much, I don't think. 75... makes it 80. I might get it done a turn more quickly, but it's not worth the 1,600 for that. So we'll just leave it for the moment. Where is Val's Expedition, and can we fight them?
Lord of the Phoenix Court.
They are quite weak, and they're in the nearby territory down here. Okay, that's right here in fact. 6 units. They do have Swordmasters. Oh dear. That's gonna make things tough. We may just wait for the replenishment to happen first of all, but we could also get another few more units. I'm gonna get another unit of skirmishers. We could do with 2 of these. Let's just do that. And for the commandment, so we're of course going to go with the alignment of crafting, so we can get our extra growth. That actually saves me having to worry about building that up. But there we go, we're not going to have a lot of money for the next bit of the campaign, but depending on which direction these Val Expedition goes. Oh my god, you guys are fighting one another? The last event, so Quaggar has obviously been pissed off for whatever reason with something that Zlatlan, I can't pronounce the damn word, Slatland has done, and so these two are actually at war with one another. And my neighbour's doing some work outside, so that's what's going to be in the background in case you hear it. Okay, maybe not go for cinematic. Okay, we've got that. We now need to complete the first ritual, the ritual of prognostication. So we need to just get 350 of those. King Skirmish is recruited. We're pretty much at full strength now. We may just take the opportunity. I do feel tempted to try and go after these guys. Let me just check. They do have El Calabad as well as Sudenburg, so we could push into the desert just to claim this province. And it's quite close to us, so we're not exactly going too far out the way either. So it would require us to have to head over here, probably capture the ruins here first of all, and then we could push up to El Calabad straight away. I think that will work. So tell you what, let's do that. Okay, that's building up. 3 more turns in so we can get our first point up. Yeah, we'll just allow that to happen instead. Let's try and get some trade though. Let's see what we can do here. The Last Defenders are so much more powerful. Jesus. Are you willing to give me a trade agreement now? You are? Okay, that's a bit of cash. Do we want a defensive alliance? To be honest, I'm going to just say no for the moment. Just because we're not close enough really for it to warrant any reason for us to do it. But we are going to be getting the bonus because of our affinity for them and our trade agreement. Can we get any trade from you guys? No. Okay, it was worth a try at the very least. Sudenberg. Yeah, you guys are going to be trying to fight me, and I don't really want to do this, but we're going to have to. Right. Yeah, we'll just head straight over towards here next turn and see about taking it. Another end turn phase. I'm kind of hoping that we can actually get some combat in the game for this first episode. Like, as you guys know, I'm not one for wanting to fight a battle for the sake of fighting a battle. I've had too many YouTubers I've seen play Total War, and you have, you know, a 20 stack attacking a 5 unit garrison in a settlement, simply because they haven't fought a battle that episode and they need to have one in it. And I'm not an agreeer of that, so I'd rather just skip all that. So if we don't have a battle... Oh, come on, this way. Oh dear, that's going to take us an extra turn to do it anyway. Bugger. No worries. No worries. 2 more turns, we can get access to that, so we're going to continue saving the money up for the moment. Let's go for... I'm going to use the money for the skink favelas, just so we can get that extra bit of income. Yeah, you guys definitely don't want to trade with me, do you? I'm quite impressed though with the last defenders. They've managed to take quite a few bits of territory straight off the bat. They've must have caught their original province, but they've also managed to take a couple more regions. Either they've taken it from Slatland or they've managed to take it from somewhere else. Because they've only got they've already got 5 territories, which is quite surprising considering we're only in turn 10. Oh, interesting. Oh, and you had to stop just there. Right. Okay, what we're going to do about this. Message of the guards, we've got 20 turns to raise or sack and 1 settlement. And for that, we get a blessed Carnosaur. Ooh, that seems tempting.
I'll ignore that.
Alright, let me have a think. These guys, my army is not at full strength. We could attack the ruins. We could even claim it. And we could possibly claim it, but then that's going to not only reduce my entire army by half, which is not good with this big army next to it. What's over this one? This is the remnants of battle. Do we need to fight a battle for that? I'll tell you what, let's pull back for the moment. We'll let them come towards me if that's what they want to do. We can use the replenishment in the meantime to get ourselves back up to full strength. We'll use another thing. We're going to go for another unit of red-crested skinks. They're much better than the skink cohort, so this is going to be my main front line. These are going to be on our flanks, and then these guys are going to be behind, shooting away, while our Pterodon riders and Cold One riders and that all get involved in the action too. Hopefully then that's going to give me a little bit of extra cash as well. Okay, 1 more turn. Yeah. Sudenberg, what are you going to try and do to me? I'm ideally hoping that they're going to come down and try and attack Death's Head Monolith, in some vague idea that they think they can actually defeat me there. Because at least that means we can fight and then without having to go on to this bit, which I believe... Oh! Are you coming over here to attack my capital? You cheeky fucks. Okay, we're now at full fighting strength. Let's come this way. And we'll be ready to go after them once they come out to attack us. So on the plus side now, we've now got the population buff. That's good. We've now got this. So we're actually making a little bit of cash now coming in. It's not too much. But Tanquak, you've leveled up. Let's give you replenished troops. Okay, we can't only give you the 1 point in that. Extra replenishment, assassination, hero chance. Let's give you Dance of Death as well. I think that'll do nicely. Some very quick turns. I have to say, we've managed to do quite a lot in this episode, considering. We've managed to take our first province. It's under our control. My neighbour's hammering away doing his outside work. That's something. But we've managed to take our first province. We're about to probably fight Sudenberg in the next turn. Unless these guys decide they're not going to try and fight me. Can we actually reach them? I think we can. We should... Oh, we're just outside of range. And what's this? The Golden Tower. That's right. Ah, right. That's right there. Okay, we've now got extra missile damage. Sword of Cain has been claimed. Seeking the gift of regeneration, an impudent cabal of young magic users. What? My mind is boggled as to how this has happened right now. So, disaster struck as they inadvertently summoned the Great Maw itself, smacking its lips with delight at the banquet laid before it. The Maw devours the hapless sorcerers where they stand and disappears with a satisfied belch. This arcane upheaval has sapped the windows of magic faction-wide. Not that really matters since we don't actually have any mages, but that has just made me laugh. Why would my the skinks would not... Oh, it's just... It wouldn't... Oh, I can't talk right now. I'm just surprised. I really am. Okay. Last bit of thing. Is there anything else we can do before we end in the turn and bringing the episode to an end? No. Okay. That's fine. So, with this end turn phase, we're going to bring the episode to an end. So what's going to happen next? Well, if we don't have the Sudenburg army in front of us attack us now, we'll attack them in the very next turn. And then we'll probably see about pushing up then to actually take Sudenburg. They are very insistent on not wanting to fight me, it seems. Can we not catch up to them? We are catching up slowly, we just can't... Anyway, we'll sort it out in the next episode. So, hope you enjoyed today's one. Thank you very much for watching. And as I said, let me know it down in the comment section what names you might like to have featured in the video. And if I like them and I will put them up to be chosen, then I will. Okay? But hopefully you join me for the next episode, which will be coming out on Friday. The usual Tuesday slot works. So, until then guys, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. But until then, take care, and goodbye for now.